This is really what I'm pushing towards you guys. But once you are truly born again, just like that marathon race, your stamina will never run out. You are living or abiding in the true living waters of Christ, and that will never diminish. Man cannot live on bread alone. Your physical bread, your physical hunger, your physical discipline and willpower will run dry. But through being born again and sanctified, it will never run, ever. And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. Let's get it going, guys. You're gonna have to excuse my parched voice. I've been doing a lot of talking today, but nonetheless, the show must go on. I must learn to enhance or prolong my vocal cords, as I will be doing a lot of speaking and evangelizing in the future to come. So with that said, guys, in today's video I titled it, or believe I titled it, Masturbation Will Lead You to Hell. Yes guys, that is right. Now in my last video, or maybe it was the one after this, I spoke of sex outside marriage will lead you to hell. Well, this, my friends, is a part 2. Whether you want to watch this before or after, they really do go hand in hand. And the reason I must make this video is because, guys, if you were living in this habitual sin, there is a 99.9% chance you were not born again and you will ultimately go to hell. Now, my friends, I don't gain any joy by telling you this. I don't think I'm better than you. In fact, I struggled with this the majority of my life, and that was merely because, this is actually why I really need to make this video, because no one else will. I wasn't struggling with it so much because I just couldn't get over it. No. Once I realized it was a problem, I actually got over it pretty quickly. I was struggling with it because no one told me that it was a sin. No one told me or showed me how dangerous it actually was. My entire life, guys, and I know you guys can relate, I was told, and this is really why you as men need mentors like myself. This is really why you guys need father figures. My dad died when I was young. When I was 14, my dad died. And at 10 years old, I stopped talking to him. He had cancer, pretty bad cancer. So at around 10, 11 years old, I stopped talking to him. He could no longer talk. He couldn't walk. I lost a father figure at around 10 years old. And that caused a huge problem in my life because I no longer, and it was sad because it's not like he didn't want to teach me. He was actually an amazing father, and I'm so blessed I had him as a father while I was young. So this is why I'm a pretty good guy. I had a very good father while he was alive, and this is actually why I've started this mission to help so many of you men here. But I was very lost for a large portion of my life, and I was confused, and I didn't know what was right or wrong. I didn't know how to speak to women. I didn't know how to assert myself. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know what was right or wrong. Simple as that. And that's why I make this video, guys. I'm here to tell you that masturbation is a sin, and it will damn you to hell. In the Bible, in Matthew 5:28, he states that even if you look at a woman with lust, you've already committed adultery in your heart. Now, I need to make this very clear to you guys. I'm not saying that, I never look at women with lust. Of course I do, guys. I have a fallen, sinful nature, as we all will. You're not just going to miraculously never look at a woman with lust unless you live in some rainforest with no women. But, my friends, once you guys are truly born again and the Spirit of Christ lives within you, you no longer struggle with these sins. You are no longer chained to them. He can free you from this. My friend, this is how I plan to be celibate till marriage. Now I need to make this clear to you guys, okay? Because some of you may know this, I grew my channel initially through no-fap videos, right? Now you may be saying, well, David, clearly back then you weren't born again, but you were on no-fap, you succeeded on that, so your advice is kind of garbage, you're saying you need Jesus to get on no-fap. What are you saying? Number one, you don't need to be born again to do anything, guys. I can, through my own willpower, this is God gives us willpower, or God gives us free will. I can kill somebody if I want to. I can take cocaine every day. I can do 1,000 jumping jacks every day. I can use my discipline to a certain extent, guys. But the problem, or the reality is the heart issue still hasn't changed. I overcame no-fap for X amount of years, but I was still looking at women with lust. I was still burning in that desire of lust. I was just using my willpower through, neuroplasticity. This is good to a certain extent, guys. I was using that to overcome it, right? It's kind of like, if you eat the same breakfast every day or you go for a walk every day, your body's going to build a tolerance to that, right? Like with powerlifting. If I lift the same weight every day, my body just purely biologically will build a tolerance or a resistance to that. Well, that's the same thing with no-fap. If I can make it X amount of time, well, naturally I'm just not going to fap. But you see, my heart problem was still there, and that's really what Jesus is tackling. It's not so much, and this is why Christianity is not a works-based religion. It's not Islam. It's not, if you fap, and I know this kind of sounds like I'm contradicting myself because it's you just said, David, if you fap, you're going to hell. It's not a matter of you do this, you don't do this. Sin is an internal problem that starts with our heart, right? And once I became born again, the heart problem, the virus, almost like the cancer, began to diminish. This is what I'm really pushing to you guys, and I truly believe this is your answer. You know, maybe I'm just highly disciplined, and I believe I am. I have a very strong spirit. Like I can, just through being through a lot of trials in my life, I can overcome a lot of things through my own will, right? And I think that's a blessing I have. But the thing is, guys, is you must understand that my will or your will is nothing compared to God. I don't know what Bible verse this is. I'm not even sure if this is a Bible verse. I believe it is. God says, you were strong, right? He's like talking to a guy with a lot of will. Like, you're strong, but I am beyond strength. God is beyond strength. And our will and your will, he will break. And that would have happened inevitably, guys. You see, it was only once my girlfriend broke up with me that I would have fallen back into the sin at some point, guys. You know, your willpower and your discipline can only, it's kind of like, it's almost like running a marathon. Your willpower and discipline, Hamza, all these guys that just tell you to, like, I don't know, take more cold showers or just wake up earlier, that's gonna run out. Your willpower and my willpower will run dry. It will run short. You cannot maintain this forever. This is really what I'm pushing towards you guys. But once you are truly born again, just like that marathon race, your stamina will never run out. You are living or abiding in the true living waters of Christ, and that will never diminish. Man cannot live on bread alone. Your physical bread, your physical hunger, your physical discipline and willpower will run dry. But through being born again and sanctified, it will never run, ever. So that, my friends, is where I leave it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll finish it there. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And I'll finish the video here, guys, with the one final plug. Guys, if you were interested, there is always one-on-one coaching where I can help you men on a personal level overcome these addictions of Pornhub, masturbation, living in sin, degeneracy. I have been there. Teach you how to live a more biblical life, becoming born again. Spots are open, and I love speaking to you men who are serious. Thank you, guys. There is always Christ Developed merch below, and I will finish this video there. God bless. Have an amazing day. Send this to a bro and become born again. Stop relying on your discipline and willpower, for it will run dry, but the Spirit of Christ will live forever. See you guys next video. Till then, much love. Peace.